Hi, I'm Rob and this is another TW White & Sons walk around video. This car today is a Mazda CX-5 2-litre petrol sport manual. So this is a sole red pearl, one owner vehicle, a part exchange of ours. This car was registered in October 2021, so it's now in its third year, or rather will be 3 years old in October. The car has a full Mazda service history to date and of course will be serviced and MOT'd when the car is made ready for sale. As you can see looking here, there's a few accessories fitted, so I'll point them out. Namely, the lower trim has a silver trim level running through the door skins here as we're at the car. You've also got kick plates, again not a standard feature to the CX-5, and these illuminate once the car's headlights are turned on. So you'll find these on each door aperture. We're at the back of the car here, so you can see privacy glass, rear parking sensors. There is a reversing camera, show you when we're inside the cabin. More trim, so again there's an aluminium piece of trim running along the bumper edge, an accessory, and a lower trim piece, again complement the door, silver trims as well. Coming round, 19-inch alloy wheels in a sort of a gunmetal grey colour. Privacy glass and the chrome trim, again complementing the lower door silver mouldings. We have keyless entry. In and out the car. Your key physical, as long as the key's in your pocket or a bag and near you. Folding mirrors with indicators integrated into the mirror itself. Coming round, you have LED headlamps with a high beam function. Front parking sensors. There's only a rear camera car with this particular one. Glossy black grille. And of course there's a plastic ring of steel protecting the mouldings around the doors, the arches, and hopefully preventing door-on-door action in your car park scenario. So approaching the back of the car again, underneath the Mazda badge you'll find a touchpad. You'll hear a beep and of course it will power up electronically. This can be controlled from the key fob or internal button, and there is a button here to close the boot when you're done. As you'll see, large boot area. The seats fold down on a 20-40-20 split, and to facilitate that there's pull levers. Give them a pull and they flop down. The other side there's two of these, one is for the middle section here, and then the last one of course brings that down. The parcel shelf fully removable, but designed in fact to pull up and over once the tailgate is engaged, which I can show you now. Step back, and then when you power up the tailgate it will bring the parcel shelf up and over, so always protecting your valuables. So when it's in the down position there's loads of room up to the back of the driver and passenger seats. Underneath the floor you'll find that rarely do a CX-5 have a spare wheel, but what you do have is a subwoofer, which is always useful, but more importantly foam and a compressor unit, and your tools are laid around the edges of the storage box. So bringing it back down, there are little lashing points again, so you can secure your items without rolling around unduly within the car. So pushing the button brings it back down. We'll go back into the back of the car here. So the seats are in the down position, so again it can show you lots of room, so just pull it by hand individually and they'll all go up, therefore exposing an armrest. So an armrest which has also USB-Cs in there, USB-As, sorry, just around there. More storage for gubbins. There are ISOFIX child seat mounting points, so you can securely fit a child seat. If you're using it as 4, then you've got the storage box. If you're using it as 5, there are 3 3-point belts across the back here. Individual air control for the rear passengers. Coming back out, we can also highlight the illuminated seal kit saying CX-5. And of course you can see there's quite a nice trim around the whole of the car, this stitched effect for leather looking appearance. You've got this wood and a nice piece of trim on there as well, and gloss black at the bottom. Stepping in, driver's door card, proudly displaying the Bose symbol. As you saw, the Bose subwoofer, it's a really punchy audio. Sounds really good. So you've got power folding mirrors, either controlled when you lock the car or from within the vehicle. Coming around, again on the fully electric driver's seats, just got a nice orange stitch with perforations on your base and your backrest. down to the individual controls for controlling the seats controls, and then there are memory functions to store for 2 different drivers. So that will link your seats and your mirrors together. Popping in the car itself, multi-function steering wheel. The left side of the steering wheel spokes are for more media, and with Bluetooth telephone controls below. And coming on this side, it's your cruise control with adaptive function. This will allow you to add or decrease a time gap, keeping you specific distance behind the car, and even braking you down to a complete halt. The lights, being LED, are full auto, as are the wipers. So we've got lights and wipers on there. There is a high beam function as well. Coming down, there's another set of switches hidden there, including the rear tailgate release, the ability to turn on and off the lane departure function. You've also got the iStop, which is the stop and go for when the car comes to a halt in traffic. The car's fully warmed up, of course, with some fuel in. The car will turn off and wait to be released from the brake, because you're likely to be in D, and that will start the car immediately. Starting the car, of course, is with a stop-start button. Put your foot on the brake, or the clutch rather, in a manual. Press once, the car will power into life. Coming across, you have a digital display. The middle is an information display, so it shows you things around the car's range and fuel consumption. Tripometers, of course. Then it'll bring up the lane departure, ready for you with your cruise control, at which point you can start adding time gaps for your own level of comfort between you and the vehicle in front, as I say before, including braking to a halt. The car has a head-up display, so hopefully you can see this through this here. Is there, it's very faint, but yeah, definitely has one. Coming across, you've got the tablet controlled down below by the multimedia controller down here, a bit like BMW's iDrive. Gives you quick access point to a main menu, which will list the things that it can do. Communication would allow you to pair your phone up, and of course entertainment will bring up some of the other functions, including digital radio, Bluetooth music streaming, and FM. Now you can also connect your smartphone app, but once you've paired your phone, you can then connect in with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Android is a wired connection, so you're used to use the connections within the glove box, the lid cubby here, and and Apple is a wireless connection. Car's also got things like heated steering wheel, heated seats for driver and passenger through 3 different stages, so you can keep yourself nice and toasty, including your hands. And then of course you've got left and right sided climate control, so you can have a split across the car. Ultimately, if you press sync, it does as the driver prefers. You'll probably want to drop it down as it's nice and warm today. Coming down is a manual gearbox, so it's a 6-speed manual, and again, by putting it into reverse, push down, top left corner, you'll also note the rear camera, and there are sensors front and rear. Currently we're not near anything, so it won't activate the sensors, but of course it will show you what's going on behind you. Coming back out, electronic parking brake with a hold function. So what that's designed to do, once you've released, turn it back on, and it will allow the car to automatically hold in traffic, or pulling away on a hill, so it won't need to be engaged trying to wrestle with the clutch and the accelerator and stop you rolling backwards. So it's quite a nice function to have. Another control for the audio, which works up here, and of course you complement that with the driver's version of that too. So coming round, you can see the car is in nice condition. There's no rips, tears or marks on the leather or the headlining. We'll also point out it's got an electric glass sunroof, controlled from a control switch just up here. Pulling it back towards you will open it, pushing it once will stop it, pushing it back again it will close, and if you push upwards it goes for a tilt function. It's a small gap of air there coming through. Push it again back and it will close, and ultimately there's a blind for your comfort, so you don't have to have heat soak into the car. So say there's a nice theme running through the car. We've got this nice sort of stitched effect running all the way through the dash itself. You've got this wood trim which runs again door card into the middle of the dash, and some really nice snazzy looking air vents. So a nice, really nice, beautifully designed Mazda vehicle, as you would expect. So let's hop back out. So thank you for reviewing our newly acquired part exchange car,